from the Mezritcher Magid. There's a very interesting story of the Rabbi Zisha that he put his hand into a fire once, and he said, "Riya Gashmi is the hand from Zisha." That how physical, how material is the hand of Rabbi Zisha? It's a very interesting story. You know, it sounds. You know, he had a reputation of being very humble. And how he could say such a thing? My hand is so physical that it jumps back from the fire, that it doesn't, that it gets burnt, and I can't just put my hand in the fire. It's a strange story. In this week's Parsha, we see that Moshe Rabbeinu, he realized his days were numbered, and he asked, "Rabbi Shalom, please appoint a leader to lead Klal Yisrael after he's gone." And the lashon he uses, he says, "Yifked Hashem Elokei Ruchas L'Chol Basar." May Hashem, who is the God of the spirits of all flesh, he should appoint Ish Ala Eida, a man, to be the leader on the people, on the congregation. Asher Yetz Lifneim, Asher Yavel Lifneim. He should go forth before them. He should come forth after them, before them. Asher Yetziim, Asher Yavim. He should bring them out. He should bring them back. L'Siyadas Hashem Ketzayin Asher Ein Lahem Royeh. And the congregation of Hashem should not be like a flock without a shepherd. And we know that Hashem told him to appoint Yehoshua to be a successor, but then right after that we have something we say every day, is the Korban Tamid, which we just fasted, mourning over the loss of the Korban Tamid, that there was a sacrifice that was brought every morning and every night. And it was a burnt offering, an olah offering, which means an elevation offering, an offering that went up. It's totally burnt. Most of the sacrifices in the temple were eaten either by the Kohanim, the priests, or they were eaten by the people who were offering them. But the olah offering was totally burnt. Only the skin was used by the Kohanim, but all the rest was burnt. Nothing was eaten from it. And there were different types of olah offerings, and the daily offering that was brought every morning and every night was the olah offering, and that was always the first sacrifice to be brought in the morning, and the last one at night, except for the Korban Pesach, was the only sacrifice that was brought at night after, in the afternoon after the second Korban Olah, the afternoon Olah. So anyway, the Olah, we see from its description I just said, it goes in the morning, it comes in the morning, goes out at night. It's kind of like, it's a sheep, but it's also kind of like a shepherd. It's guiding the people in and out. So we can learn aspects of leadership also from that Olah. You know, I'm not a Lubavitcher Chassid, but the Lubavitcher Rebbe, he said that everyone could be a teacher, because if you know Aleph and Beis, and the next guy just knows Aleph, so you can at least teach him Beis. And maybe you just know Aleph, but the next guy knows nothing, you can at least teach him Aleph. And maybe you don't even know Aleph, but you know that you don't know it, and the next guy doesn't even realize he doesn't even know it. And you can at least teach him, you know, you should realize you're missing something. So every Jew has to learn something from this that we're saying, what it means to be a leader. We're all leaders. And so what leadership skills can we learn when Moshe Rabbeinu was asking for a leader? And he's asking, when he talks to Hashem, he says that Hashem is the God of the spirits of all flesh. So what I want to say from this is that when we balance spirituality and materialism together, that we don't believe in being hermits, living out in the desert and being away from people. We don't believe in totally abstaining from the world. There is a certain amount of abstinence that the Torah requires from us at certain times, in certain places, and certain reasons. But that's only to imbue the spirituality into the material world, and everything should be lifted up, to connect, not only to be meditating, which is important, but to bring that not only into the world of speech, of prayer, but into the world of action. That's the whole point of this life. That's why Kadosh Baruch Hu created this world, that we should do things and sanctify the world, everything, because there's only one God, and there's nothing but Him, so everything can be sanctified. We don't have a difference between anything. There's no place empty of Him. But how do you do it? How do you balance that spirituality and physicality together? They're polar opposites, spirituality and materialism. So how do you do it? So then, I want to say that we see by the Korban Tamid, it says, Oilas Tamid, which means it's a constant, it means it's a daily offering, and it's something interesting you learn about what it means to be constant, is that it was just one time in the morning, one time at night, it was constant. If someone studies every day something, even a little bit, he can be called a masmid. But if he learns for a long time every day, but then one day he doesn't learn anything, he loses that idea of hasmada, of having constancy. But however, it says olas tamid asuya bar sinu reich nechol ishel Hashem. Olas tamid can be translated constantly going up. It says the Ishbitzer said shivchi kamayim libech noichach b'nei Hashem. It says we're going to read on Tisha B'Av in Eicha. It says pour out your heart like water before the presence of Hashem. So the Ishbitzer explained, what does it mean, pour out your heart like water? He says, if you look, when creation, the higher waters and the lower waters